write this down. The 10 principles for becoming a leader. And these are principles that I had to learn over 50 years. I get to give them to you in 50 minutes. I mean, you think about the value, eh? 10 principles for becoming an effective leader. How to become a true leader. And I want to begin this with the story of Jesus that he had with his disciples one day. One day, Jesus went to a mountain to pray by himself, and he told his disciples to go to a village ahead of him. And in the village, they met a guy who had a son. The son was demon-possessed. The man obviously knew the disciples. That means they were students of Jesus. So he went to them and took his son, and he said, "Can you please help my son? He is vexed with a demon." And the disciples, of course, had seen Jesus cast out demons many times before. So they decided, we're going to try it ourselves. And they began to do whatever they did, and it didn't work. So they kept trying, and the demon wouldn't leave. But after a couple of hours, obviously, Jesus came down to meet them, walk into the town, and there was all this big commotion going on. And he asked the people what's going on. And they said, "There's a man who has a son." So he went to see the man. And the man said, "Sir, you're the master teacher of these students. I brought my son to them, and they could not cast the demon out." Now, the response of Jesus is important. Jesus did not cast a demon out. He didn't even talk to the man. If you read the account carefully, his first response was an attack. He attacked his own disciples. And what he said is important. And it's about this Wednesday meeting. He said, first statement, "How long must I be with you?" That was his answer to them first. He didn't even deal with the demon first. There was something more important than the demon. And that is, they weren't getting it. They were not growing into leaders. They were still like children. And he was saying to them, "You better learn this, because I won't be around forever." Let me quote it again. "How long must I be with you? Some of you stay home and I don't come to, but I'm not here." That's a sign of your immaturity. He said, "You got to grow for yourself. Come here for yourself, not for Myles Munroe. How long must I be with you?" He couldn't believe they couldn't do it. Here's my point. He was saying, my goal is to transform followers into leaders. I got the same assignment. So the followers show up on Sunday mornings. The transformation takes place on Wednesday nights. Depends on what you want to be. You want to be a follower for 50 years? Or do you want to become a leader? So you can do the work I do yourself. That's what he was saying. How long must I be with you? The goal of following is to become a leader. Say it.
The goal of following is to become a leader.
Don't you get it? That's what he was telling them. He said, when I say come follow me, I didn't just leave it there. He said, so that you will become fishers of men. In other words, don't follow just to follow. You follow to become. The more you follow me, the more you should become like me. That's a fact of discipleship. Jesus said in the book of John, he says, it is enough for the student to be just like the teacher, and for the slave to be just like the master. He said that's enough. In other words, I am successful when you are just like me. You know, when people say things like, you sound just like Pastor Myles, that is not negative. That's the way you should sound if you are my disciple, my student. He said the student should become just like the master. That's how they caught Peter at that fire in that courtroom. Peter was there sitting down and he started talking. They said, wait a minute, you sound like him. I wonder if they could pick you out that you are one of my disciples. Just by the way you talk. Sometimes we think that being original makes you special. No, having a good memory makes you special. Memorize everything I taught you and speak it through your voice. That's all. Ain't nothing new under the sun. We just pass it on. That's my goal, is to teach you everything I learned. He download, I upload. He download, I upload on you. That's what a master teacher does. They get rid of information. He said, how long must I be with you? That's all he said. He was frustrated. He was saying, look, it's been 2 years now, guys. I mean, come on. I got 1 year left. Get this done. Follow me. Learn what I'm telling you. That's why you left your boats. They did learn, didn't they? In the book of Acts, they cast out demons. But he was frustrated. He was saying, it shouldn't take you 10 years. Just 2. And he was already frustrated. 24 months, he says, is enough for you to become like me. Now that's a really high standard. To become a leader. I want you to write this down. Every human has the instinct to become a leader. That's why he said to them, how long must I be with you? He was telling them, listen, I know you're a fisherman, but really you are a leader. I know you're a farmer, but you really are a leader. I know you're a tax collector, but you really are a leader. In other words, I don't care what career you had, there's a leader inside of you. He was talking to everybody in the group. This is why I teach without any doubt that every human being has a leader on the inside. I teach it, I believe it, it happened to me. So there's an instinct in the human spirit, and few of us have the courage to actually cultivate it. That's why we pursue you. Look, you've got to discover how great you are.
Hi, thank you so much for watching. Please remember you can support our work on our Patreon page and you get access to exclusive content and full videos. And please hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so, and click the notification bell to be the first to receive newer content. Please don't forget to like and share this video with your friends to be a blessing to them.